Your standard is very important to you as a person. What is a standard? To me, personally, I think a standard is just like a door. So when you are inside your house or when you have a house, you have a door. Now that door is for restriction. You restrict people you don't want into your house. That is not ego. So having a standard for you to choose the kind of people that you want into your life is not ego. If you lower your standard, you lower your principles, and every other person and any other person you don't want in your life coming. On this video today, I'm going to be sharing the importance of standard, the importance of having standard for your personal life. So if it's your first time on this channel and you are new, subscribe, drop a comment at the end of the video because you'll be getting something that will change your life around. And also feel free to watch the video to the last because I'm going to be dropping a point you don't want to miss. So number one, the point for you to have is that standard are boundaries, not barriers. I don't know if you get that. Standard are boundaries, not barriers. What are barriers? Barriers is like a barricade. Barrier is like a hindrance. You understand? So what are boundaries? Boundaries is what? Principles. I don't want this kind of stuff in my life. So standard is you creating boundaries of the kind of things you don't want in your life. They guide your peace. They don't block you. Let me repeat that again. Standard guide your peace. Not that having standard in your life will not block your love life. No. It is very, very important you have standard. You just have only one life to live. And life is a journey. Everybody is going towards a direction. Now, everybody is not going towards the same direction, although everybody is going towards a direction. Not everyone is going towards that same direction with you. So if you open the door of your life to everybody in your relationship, in everything, you will attract all kind of people, and you don't need every kind of person in your life. So having a standard are boundaries, not barriers. And it is also important that having a standard also guide your peace. It is not a blockage to your love life. Number two is lowering your standard invite the wrong people to your life. Yeah. If you lower your standard, maybe for example, you said, I'm not going to give room for certain kind of people in my life. So maybe because of pressure, because of societal pressure, just because of so many things, you feel pressured to now lower your standard just because you want some certain kind of people into your life. If you lower your standard, you are going to attract the wrong people in your life. Who are the wrong people? The wrong people are those people who don't have your mindset. The wrong people are those people who don't have your drive, the same drive force with you. The wrong people are those people who are not purpose driven. The wrong people are those who are having a negative mindset on everything they do. So I bet you don't need this kind of people in your life. people also have negative energy. They will drain you negatively. So don't lower your standard for anything. Don't reduce your standard just because you want to allow certain people into your life. Don't reduce your standard at all, at all. Third on my list is people who are serious will meet you, not complain about it. Yeah, it is often said that sometimes when you meet some people who have standard in their life, it's just like as if maybe they are too egoistic, some stuff like that. You see some people saying they are complaining that this person has pride, this person no. Standard is not pride. Standard is not ego. Standard is something that you want for your life so that you will not attract the wrong people. People who are serious will meet you. Now, if I am somebody who has standard for my life and I meet somebody who also has standards for his or her life, now that person will not complain about me having standard. Rather, that person will compliment me because these are two people having the same kind of mindset. But if they complain that your standard is too much, your standard is making them feel uncomfortable around you, wrong, because those are not the kind of people you need in your circle. People always complain about your standard, people always complain about your principle, people always complain about everything that you do. And from your standpoint, you are not actually doing those things to create barrier. You are doing those stuff, you are creating those rules, you are putting those principles in place to create peace in your life because you only have one life to live. You don't want to live a life of regret. You don't want to live a life of spend half of your life with somebody who does not want it. Fourth on my list is your worth is not up for negotiation. I'll repeat that again. Your worth here means your self-esteem, your courage, your personality traits, your rules and your regulation, what you believe in is not up for negotiation. Don't negotiate your worth with anybody. Don't reduce your standard with anybody. Don't negotiate your standard with anybody because you are trying to play a sympathy or you are just trying to sympathize with them so that they don't feel as if it's all about you, the world revolves around you. No, your self-worth is not up for negotiation. Don't negotiate your self-worth with anybody. True people who actually understand your self-worth will come and appreciate you, will come and make you feel you need to do more. You understand? There's those kind of people that actually come into my circle and I'm like, wow, is it that I've been playing all this while? Or is it that I'm not actually serious? I try to up my game. You understand? I even try to raise up the bar higher. I try to raise my standard higher. Those kind of people are the kind of people you need in your circle. Not the kind of people that even the little standard you have put in place for your life, they have reduced it. And you are thinking just because of what people will say, so that they will not say that I'm too egoistic, maybe they will not say that I'm too proud. Have it in mind that no matter what you do, or what you say, or or how you behave or how you try to accommodate people, they will always have something to say. Just have that in the back of your mind. So don't try to kill yourself over anything that does not worth it. So your worth is not up for negotiation. Once the right people come into your circle, they will even make you raise up your standard in a way you can't imagine. Number 5 on my list is the right person will give value to your standard, not to test your standard. I will repeat that again. The right people or the right person will give value to your standard, not to test your standard. I've made this example over and over again, and I'm still going to use it. So imagine somebody is giving you $1. You know the worth of $1. You know the value of $1. You are not going to test and like, is this really $1? Are you sure the value is what you are telling me? No. Anybody that will test your standard, that will test your value, that will test your standard is not worth having in your circle. You need to avoid those people on time before they sink your ship. You need to avoid those people on time because anybody that is testing your standard, now how do people test standard? I will make an example of it. Maybe now, for example, I have standard or I have a personal rule for my life that maybe before 10 I'm already sleeping, or before certain time I'm doing something, or maybe I'm reading a book on personal growth or personal development, stuff like that. Now, you now see, and I now come in contact with somebody who is now trying to test that standard and say, do you need to do these things? Do you need to read? Do you need to do stuff like this? No. The right person will value and add to your standard, not to test your standard. So if you're having somebody around your circle or in your life, it can be your partner, it can be anybody you are new in a relationship with, it can be anybody, and that person is testing your standard, please do well to get away from those people. Once again, I want to thank you. Thanks for watching this video to this extent. Before I go, I would like to rephrase my point again. Number 1, I said standard are boundaries, not barrier. So if you think having standard is like a barrier to your life, no, it is not a barrier. It is not ego. It is self-worth. It is self-value. It is self-courage. They will guide your peace. Standard will guide your peace, and it will not block your love life. Having standard for your life is not you rejecting people. It's just that you are trying to be careful of the kind of people you allow into your circle. Number 2 was lowering your standard. Invite the wrong people into your circle. Just like what I said when I started the video. You can choose to open the door to your house. Anybody will come inside you, both those who don't want. So, but if you close the door, that door is like a standard to your life. So, anybody you don't want, they can't come in because the door is not open. So, don't lower your standard so that you don't invite the wrong people into your life. Third on my list was people who are serious will meet you, not complain about your standard. So if I have somebody in my circle and we are just friends, maybe I'm trying to ask the lady out and I've given this person my standard, I rules and regulation, my do's, my don'ts, what I allow, what I don't allow, and this person is actually complaining about it, that person should not be in your life, because people who are serious will even appreciate you because you don't want all kinds of people in your life. Then fourth on my list was your worth, your self-worth, your self-esteem, your self-value is not up for negotiation. Don't negotiate your standard. Don't negotiate your self-worth. Don't negotiate your self-worth with anybody who don't appreciate them. Rather, bring in people in your life that will make you increase your self-worth, that will make you increase your standard, because life is worth living and is worth living with people who appreciate you more. So the number 5 was the right people will value your standard and not test them. So anybody that is testing your standard should not be in your circle. Anybody that is questioning your standard should not be in your circle. Anyone that is trying to make you feel, that is trying to make you regret having a standard for your life is not worth having in your circle. And don't forget that your standard protects you. Don't lower your standard for anything. And don't think having a standard for your life is ego. People might think you're having ego. No, it is not ego. It simply means you value your life and you don't want everybody to be in your circle. And after all, you don't really need everybody for you to become what God has destined, has ordained you to be. Once again, thank you for watching. If it's your first time on this channel, feel free to subscribe, drop a comment at the comment box, share with your friends, and I see you in my next video. Love you guys. Thank you.